for them one with dead and gone. Everywhere me go, me hold your head and gone. The happy say you one man. Alright. Goodbye to haters. Soon we friends.
Big up to Northern Lights from Italia. That's how I keep my joints versatile. Listen to everybody, do everything, especially when it comes to music. I love music. D.J.S though, hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. We talking about something real quick. I was tuned into Black Compass Media. Salute to them. Salute to Posey, Polo, and Tony. Now they were talking about the champion of the year. Salute to Rock. Well deserved, as we all know. Right? Y'all know I had him picked from early in the year. But they were asking, can somebody be mid-tier and still win champion of the year? Now I ain't give a shit about none of that. I ain't care. Tony Bro says, well, some people, they got Old Red as mid-tier and he won champion of the year. I'm like, okay, yeah, he did. Hold on a second. What? Old Red mid-tier? People really think that? Sparked the question in my head. Is Old Red mid-tier? Is the work that Old Red has already put in, is it still holding him in mid-tier? I go back and I see Old Red. Matter of fact, let's go back, right? Let's go back real quick. Early URL, the first time I seen him was against YK. I think that's his first battle on URL, right? And he was cooking. He was cooking. His early stages outside of the Swave battle, he was cooking. He bounced back after that with the Rosenberg Raw battle, which he was wilding. I think it's almost like Old Red showed that he was that dangerous early. Fast forward. Him and Verb. Fast forward. He has a run on UW. Him and Big T. Dope battle. At least for the first couple rounds. People started talking a lot in that battle. You can hear him in the background heavy. But Old Red, all these names up to here, has been cooking overall. At least in my opinion. Definitely been cooking overall. Fast forward. Volumes come around. Matter of fact, the only time I would say he may have a downtime when he first cut his dreads around the same time when he had the battle with Rum Nitty. And even though I think they still gave him that battle, I think that battle might have been judged and he won it. But anyway, that may have been the only time I haven't seen him all that much. Maybe it wasn't the craziest red, maybe it wasn't the most motivated. But he was still dope and still winning. Fast forward. First volume. RBE card. He had, I think it was a show-off battle. Briz. And he's cooking. To me, he becomes the king of volumes. He didn't lose clearly to Briz. He definitely didn't lose to Cortez. He didn't lose to Iron Solomon. He didn't lose to Geechee, and he didn't lose to John John. He don't even be losing. I say all that to say this. The work that he's done and how much we know he's a killer like that, I think he's already surpassed mid-tier. I think he's been past mid-tier. I think he's definitely top tier. Now, is he super top tier? That's a whole other question. Which I wouldn't say that. Rock, Surf, Hitman, them niggas is up there. Right? But is he top tier? Old Red is definitely top tier. Definitely top tier. I think he tore off enough heads for him to warrant that. For him to deserve that moniker. I think he's definitely top tier. And I'm not saying somebody can't. I think if anything that would make somebody say that would be the fact that on bigger stages, he would lose his voice and stuff like that. You can't be talking about bar-wise. You can't be talking about vocal projection and all that. O-Red is dangerous. O-Red is a killer. So for those people who may think that, which I think Tony Bro is right, I do think there might be some people, there might be some people who don't even like O-Red, much less. You might think he's low tier. But to me, my response to them is y'all bugging. Y'all crazy. Even mid-tier to me is wild. Mid-tier to me is kind of wild. I can more see it, but it's still kind of wild to me. He's been around too long. Too good of a resume. Too much wins. I would never keep him down there. To me personally, O-Red is top tier, in my personal opinion. Is he not super top tier? Maybe not. But is he top tier? Definitely, in my opinion. That's just my thoughts. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. O-Red is definitely top tier to me. And that's just my opinion, alright? DJ already, man. 1.